everyone, welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Dimensions. I'm MaryAnne. Welcome to your daily Sun Sign Love Connection readings for today, December 28th, 2020, the last Monday of the month, the last Monday of the year. I'm very excited about that. I don't know if you can feel my energy, but I'm absolutely over the moon, ready and excited to move forward and to repair and heal and start new, and a lot of new things have already started, as we all know. And today also we got some good news, you know. I mean, something changed, and of course there's always going to be changes. It's a continuum. But if we really believe with everything we are about better things, they will be achieved. And I think today was a perfect example. And you know, so the government came through in some ways. So end of that message, but just thank you for being here, first and foremost. As I said before, new and returning. It means everything to me. This is a lifetime desire and passion that I've had. The lifetime, I say that because I was 12 when I first started astrology, so it's kind of like a lifetime. But more importantly, as I've grown this channel and start to grow this channel, there's, you know, I have a long way to go. Your influence, your dedication, your loyalty, and your contribution by subscribing, liking, and all those things is just, it's so deeply felt and appreciated. And I always want to let you know I will never feel otherwise, okay? I promise you. So yes, so today we're doing bonus readings because through the end of the month, until we start January 1st once again with the featured sun sign of Aries going around the zodiac at least twice for the beginning of the month and mid-months. So both the featured and the highlighted, spiritually guided connection today will be completely impromptu to both of us. So let's see what that is. All right, so the featured sun sign is Sagittarius. Love, and we had that beautiful new moon eclipse, which was, what, 2 weeks ago? So we're still definitely getting influenced by it. It's fiery, it's optimistic, it's future thinking, it's higher learning, educating for ourselves, for the world. You know, just keeping our eye on the prize, boy, and really shooting for the stars, basically, right? For the biggest ambition. Nothing small, no small potatoes anymore. And the highlighted connection, which really means I'll be reading you 3 specific highlighted categories. I couldn't think of that really important word or difficult word. Anyway, so yeah, the highlighted always gets the 3 extra messages. And Aries. Now we just did Aries, that's okay. This is spiritually guided. There are reasons for this, and there's fire. Fire, ambition. The Mars has been in Aries for, it'll be six months, and it'll turn into Mars into Taurus on the 6th. So that's coming up, but that's a long time in Aries, and trust me, it's really been building back up since it stationed direct after, what, 2 months of retrograde. So there's a lot of ambition. I'm feeling it. I do have an Aries moon, so I guess that's another reason. If you have fire in your chart, you're going to feel it even more with this influencer. So I'll be excited to read about that because, well, let me just explain. You know, I like to do a little bit of a characterization definition of both sun signs. And remember, it is just a sun sign reading because the sun sign is the day you're born, the month. It's the influences of the sun, you know, and it just illuminates you and inspires you, and it's ego-driven, and it's motivation and power, and it doesn't matter what sign you are, you're going to have that as an influence that starts your life from the moment you're born. And it is it's your likes and dislikes, and you know, your drives and your desires. And you know, I always say it's really the outside world and how that affects you, people you're connecting with, the loves of your life, things that you love in general. My readings are for love connections, but I always make it clear it's not just for marriages or, you know, dating and that sort of love. It's all-inclusive love, right? The self-love that's imperative for us to have. And for years I didn't really understand that. I thought self-love, that was like a lot of selfies in my opinion, you know what I mean? Because I'm an old person. No, it's imperative. It's the most important thing we can do is to love ourselves so that we fully love others. And we understand and we have compassion and empathy, you know, and acceptance for others. So yes, category of love is all different forms and types. So if you're not with a person or in a, you know, committed relationship, you are still very much a part of these readings. And hopefully this highlighted connection will work for you today. But the remaining messages that I'll read from my Oracle Divinations for you, that's for Sagittarius and all of your connections. Okay, so let's get started. Well, like I said, the two of you are one of the best suited couples or connections or friends or, you know, work partners, family members. You tend to, I'm sure that you would gravitate if you had a lot of other siblings or even a couple others. These two would probably be the ones that would be, you know, together mostly. And even if it was in a way that you'd be debating or, you know, fired up, it's still a form of love, okay? I mean, I always got to keep that in mind. You know, your brothers or siblings that would drive you nuts, but you still couldn't be without them, right? Because that's what fueled you, you know? That's that tension I talk about. You got to have in a relationship. Well, you're going to get it with these two because the fire is the brightest element, right? I mean, it's the heated, fiery element, and it brings that real kind of outwardly expression of a personality that's not so laid back a lot of times. I've met fire signs that were, but I believe it's definitely because they have earth in their charts, or water, because water can be outgoing or very much internal, you know, that's the emotional part, the part that likes to observe more, the soul part, the inward part. So yeah, but the two of you inevitably have really great friendships and you just enjoy life, you enjoy things to the fullest. There's the optimism that I mentioned of Sagittarius that's unmistaking, and so Aries has that as well in almost a childlike way. They're the number one sign, and they want to start things. They're a cardinal sign. They want to initiate. They want to be bold and confident, and they are. They really are. And yet sometimes they do things before they even really know that they can. And if it doesn't work out, they're like, well, I gave it a try, right? That's the kind of beautiful enthusiasm that comes from that. Sagittarian are ruled by Jupiter, so they've got that instant, automatic, innate aspect of them that's super, super uplifting and positive. And like I said, I've met so many notable, very intelligent Sagittarians that are either very studious or they're the kind that are just free souls. They like to go places, adventurous, try things. You know, they love all sorts of people, life circumstances. They do love their freedom. They love travel. They love pretty much everything. You know, I mean, there's nothing I don't think that they would try. I do have a Sagittarius son, and he would just, are you hungry? Would you like to try this? Yep. You know, you go into a, you know, party, I'm going to 3. Okay, well, you might want to just go to 1. Nope, gotta get them all. Gotta get them all in there, you know. Life's too short. And you admire that. I admire that. And yet when they come up with an idea or they're interested in study of some sort, and it's usually, you know, the higher learning, the very, very, you know, from law to astrology and interests that not normally done by the average person, they are the best in their field. You know, you can really learn a lot from them, and you want to gravitate towards that kind of energy yet again. So I see this as being, you know, just a beautiful, strong, loving, protective, supportive connection between the two of you. And fun is always just like the first word that always comes to mind, you know. And if you butt heads, it's fine. You get over it fast. You know, the fire, they can get intense. They can get into debates, you know, and they can, you know, want to prove a point or what have you. But then they're just over it as quickly, you know, because I know for myself, many of these Aries and Sagittarians, I mean, they have lifelong friends. You know, they're not. They just seem to just add to their friends and their groups and tribes, you know, and it's a beautiful energy. It's very, to me, it's something that's worthy of copying, you know, and being around. And that's always the positive. I always look at the positive aspects of people, because we have, you know, our shadowy side, as they call it, and our or more advanced or more, I would say, ascended side, if that's a way to, describe it. So yeah, but we're talking, for me, it's just about the positive. And just, real solid love can be found here. So I hope that makes sense to you. And if you are one of these too, I think it should, right? And you most likely are. If you don't have a lot of friends in this connection, you might very well be in a very, very strong and long-term relationship. Not quitters by any means. Willing to go the extra mile. And so let us see what your specific messages are for today. And moving forward, if you don't resonate right away, it doesn't mean that wouldn't be the case. You could check even later tonight. I mean, that's how these energies have been. And mind you, we have Neptune, the planet of fantasy and creativity and imagination and, hidden aspects, obscure, kind of almost like, there's a deception part of it on the shadowy side, like what's really going on, right? I mean, that's been a clear indicator for me personally, and I think the world this past year. What is really happening? I am so confused. That's a Neptune kind of influence. And that's stationing direct today after a long time. I think it's July 23rd. June 23rd? June 23rd that it had gone into retrograde. So a lot more clarity coming through. Double with that ambitious and beautiful, fiery, motivated kind of energy. We want to get things done, want to make things happen. No more sitting back. We've done that enough this year. Not that a lot of fire signs and people in general haven't been working, because I understand that to be the case too. But, there's just this definite new clarity coming through. Truth will be coming through for good or worse, and then we have the full moon happening tomorrow in Cancer. So you can already maybe be feeling that. That's just all pure love and emotion. Moons do that anyway, but Cancer's ruled by the moon. And very much affected by the tides and the cycles of the moon. And just great intuition and loving and a desire to help others, family, feeling really, really warm and close to the people we care about the most. And wanting to protect is a really big influence from this moon, okay? And it will bring to light some very important issues in those areas. Love, family, what matters to you the most, how you can feel the most secure. And that's different for everybody, but on I think a global, I guess, words aren't really coming to me today, I apologize. I think on a global scale, it's kind of always going to be the same when it comes to what we really want to be secure with and to feel good about and to feel financially safe and to have enough food and to be able to clothe our children and to be able to have, just that safety. That's something that, it's something that's going to be really a big focus for us, I think, with the full moon and then onward. And always is, but even more so when it is in Cancer. So, but it's love. It's definitely love. So that's going to highlight everything too. And then, the New Year's coming in, that's just it's something we need to really focus on, how we really want to move forward and just put those intentions out, right? So I'll be here every day to continue to share with you the messages and the interesting aspects of what the planets can do for us and how they can guide us. And so your 3 specific messages and categories, like I said, for the 2 of you, and that's so beautiful. The first is the overall energy that kind of led you to this reading. And you got the Lovers. So, like I said, this is, and a lot of times with the same element connections anyway, there's always just a really beautiful vibe, and you see it a lot. I would say it's the road less traveled rather than the opposing signs or the opposites that attract. But not necessarily. It's just you understand each other at a real root level, a fundamental level, because you see the world in the same way. You react to things in the same way. You have the same desires and ambitions a lot, and the way you go about that is very much the same. So this is gorgeous. The Lovers is yes about love, it's yes about our connections, but it's also about the perfect selection. And interestingly enough, it is the sign that represents Gemini. And you know, we are now in a new era, which is going to be predominantly air signs, which is what Gemini is. And we have these beautiful eclipses series that changed to Gemini and Sagittarius, which is exactly what this is. And it's going to be so important for our learning and our expression and our thoughts and our trust in our moving forward and our belief and our speaking out, you know, and working together. Community is huge. Just learning and bettering ourselves, because we're not going to be held back the way we have been. And that says a lot right there. So, but if it's not in necessarily a good selection, being the beautiful major arcana that this card represents, it's just about feeling right in exactly the place you are right now. Knowing you are doing exactly what you need to do. You are enough, and it just feels beautiful, you know, and you've had time to really think about that this year. So the second category is the possible blessings or obstacles, you know, and as I always say, sometimes our obstacles do in fact then become our blessings. We don't always see that right away though, right? You have the Page of Cups, and there's the love. There's the love. There's the offering of love. There's the youthful, maybe beginning of this relationship between the Aries and the Sagittarius, you know, and not like you're going to just rush into it, but really take it in and enjoy it for what it is, and just kind of take it a step at a time. I know for a fact a lot of Sagittarians, they don't rush into commitments. They start as great friends, and then, or good friends, and then it works to better friends, and then that can to lead to other things. But that's a beautiful basis for any relationship, is a true friendship. Those are the things I think that last, you know. And that's what it's showing. And it could have to do with children. If you've been in a long-term relationship, but this is about romance, I think you're discussing children. And I get excited about that because, like I said, my son's a Sagittarius, and you never know. Don't want to push the issue, but grandmother would be cool one day, you know? And so, yeah, this is definitely offering that, and that would definitely have to do with love, right? Or maybe you're going to be having a child. Congratulations. And always, always, always remembering the child in you, and to laugh as much as possible, and to let go of things that just aren't feeling good at all possible. Take time to enjoy and to create with each other, and to share that genuine love, companion and friendships that you have, this connection. I don't see it as a negative or an obstacle, I should say, at all. So there's definitely information coming through for that. Maybe proposals. Who knows where it'll go? Let me know though, please, if you'd like to. Share that with me. That would be beautiful. I hope that's right in sync with a good majority of you watching right now. And last but not least, I do like to do the category of finances, because it's important. And though I feel like the two of you, at any given time in your life, I don't care if you're young or middle-aged or what have you, I feel like you always have that ambition to make things happen and to provide for yourself and others. I think you just are that type of personality. And whether it's because you have to get 2-3 jobs to make that happen, whatever the case, you definitely succeed. You definitely succeed. And if you do happen to have to forfeit something, or something changes, and God knows that's happened this year and many years in our life, not just this year, you just step right back up again and you say, okay, what's next? And you have the Hermit. This has been a repeat card for a lot of tarot readers in my readings, and this is amazingly beautiful, because first and foremost, the Hermit is our highest guide, our highest power within ourselves, within the universe, with our, you know, spirit guides, our co-creation that we have. It represents the sign of Virgo. So there's the practical part of our lives that when we're grounded and we're you know, we stop, we're still, and we listen to the prompts and the signs and the messages that come to us, the light, you know, that guidance that's ever present, we can just completely feel at ease. There's much more of an ease knowing that, yes, we do have exactly what we need within us to create our life in the outside, right, in the exterior world. It always starts within. And it also has to do with letting that occur. You know, the fiery, I gotta move, I gotta do, that needs to kind of maybe take a back seat right now, is what this indicates. In regards to your money, in regards to how you're going about getting it. In fact, I feel like a majority of this, getting this message right now, with this connection of Aries or Sagittarius, is that you are either taking a break, taking a little vacation right now. And it would make sense, you know, if you've been working with the holidays and so forth. But fully enjoying it, that's the difference. You know, it's hard a lot of times, you're like, oh, I need to make money, I need to do, no. Take it in, do everything you can to really just love and enjoy your time to be still and to relax and to love and to laugh, right? And bring in that childlike situation, you know? I mean, everything goes back at some point to where we need to be, and you'll be working again and probably hitting the ground running, no doubt. But recognizing this very important time to just, I don't know, just kind of take stock of what occurred this year and write down what it is you want, you know, in the new year and how you want to make your money and how much and all those things you can absolutely do that everybody can do, and believe it, and then watch it come into fruition. You've got the help. You yourself obviously are a huge part of it and component to this. But there can be incredible amounts of wealth. And that's a lot of different things to different people. So, yeah, I like that a lot, and I think it's very suitable for you. And, you know, there's that fire, because you've got that fire. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your drives, okay? But for now, just kind of take it easy and know that this is for you. This is time for the two of you. And I love that. So those are beautiful messages. I'm happy for this bonus reading for you, because any kind of inspiration is vital, right? But it's really important, and I'm excited for you. So that's fantastic. And being safe, you know, for a beautiful New Year's Eve coming up. And so now I'm going to read the amazing, wonderful Oracle divinations I have, and I have for the remainder of this month the Starseed Oracle I've been using, and it's just such a beautiful, well, beautifully illustrated by Danielle Noel, but Rebecca Campbell, you know, she came up with these, and I'm just trying to share. I don't know her, I don't get any kickback from it, but I do think they're amazing and beautiful. And then I change every month, so, you know, but I will definitely be using this over and over again. So this is just, you know, important messages for all the Sagittarians out there and all your connections, and certainly the highlighted connection. But I know you have a lot of connections. That's who you are. You're a very social person, and you care a lot, and you do help others, and you really, I think you really inspire people on a regular basis. So these are just loving, inspirational messages that are meant just for you. And so yours today is big picture thinking. Well, that's exactly who you are. The optimism of Jupiter that just resides in you and just makes you think, no, there's no, I said that earlier, no small potatoes. I'm shooting my arrow, which is what the, you know, archetype is half man, half horse of Sagittarius, and pointing that arrow and just saying, that's where I'm reaching, and I will accomplish it. I will reach my desired goal and, you know, my dream. And what the wording is underneath is, wait, let me show you if I didn't, I apologize. Look at this. Gorgeous, I hope you can see it. Gorgeous illustration of this, just like I want to say a vortex, which has been so huge, and what's continually happening as we reach into different levels of our ascension and what this huge transformation of now planets in air versus Earth for so many years, that it's just all about our thoughts and thinking, and that's what it says, big picture thinking. It's just absolutely perfect. Palladius energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Wow. Let me read to you what it says specifically. Big picture thinking. Honestly, I can't even believe. It's just so right on as to who you are. And I love Spirit for helping me that way. And just making it so, so synchronistic with what I am and the people I'm reading for. Okay, the Palladians, are cosmic cousins. They're here to remind us that it's never too late to learn new things and change the future. Isn't that amazing and wonderful to know? Because it's absolutely true. I mean, we're constantly making the future, right? In every day. You're being called to be a visionary for the planet. To take a breath, shake off what you've been taught about the world, and hold a new vision for humanity, because that's where we're going, folks. Wow. Seriously, I get really, I never cease to amaze me. I get amazed by what's being shown and what messages come through. You're likely a natural big picture thinker. Here's to generate ideas. You're likely a natural big picture thinker, here to generate ideas for the future. Here to birth a new age and dream a new world into being. The future will be woven by dream makers like you, by those with enough courage to question the way things have been and envision new possibilities for the planet. The world needs more artists, dreamers, inventors, and visionary thinkers. Perhaps you've had to go, or perhaps you've had an idea recently that you've been called to usher in. If so, this card is your confirmation that it's divinely guided. So if that's the case, I hope that you will take heed and absolutely go for that. The Palladians support us in the important stage of Earth's development. They want us to know that the decisions we make today and will affect the well-being of our planet and its species. They're calling on you to be a leader of the future, to hold a clear vision of what's possible, to trust that vision and follow that through with daily action, to dream a new world into being, to hold your mind open and try not to worry about what others think, for it takes great courage to pave a new path, to trust a vision before it's a reality. Oh, there you go, Sagittarians. Oh, Starseed Soul Inquiry. How are you being called to step up and lead? What new ideas or creations are being called to pursue? So, I mean, and this is you all over. It is, and it's absolutely perfect. But it just reinforces what you know and what you may have forgotten. But no, never forget, because you've got this. You've got it in you, and we're excited. I'm looking forward to your inspirations that you can bring to me and the world. And I'm going to read you your animal medicine cards because I always pick one now. I love this deck as well. Our animal guides are definitely there to guide us and to bring us information. You know, I mean, animals are essential in this world, and I love them, and I'm sure many of you watching do. So I always like to include them. And so your specific animal message for today and onward, I'll be darned, I've not gotten this one yet. I don't even know what it is. I like it though. Whoa, is this a rat? Okay, so I'm going to show it to you, but I'm going to read because I'll have to go by the picture. It doesn't actually say. It looks like a rat. It looks like a rat. Now, we aren't in that year, or are we in the year of the rat? Yes, we are. We're finishing the year of the rat. This coming year is the year of the ox. Oh my gosh. Well, this is the first time it's come up this year, so it needed to be expressed. So yeah, interestingly enough, that had a lot of very strong indications of what occurred this year with the rat, and disease and infection and I should say viruses and such. But rat, where is it? What is my alphabet? I don't know. I've been so happy that I guess it's hard for me to focus, and I apologize. Rat is resourceful, ally, kindness. Let me do it this way, I think. Rat shines light on being a good friend, teamwork, and problem solving. Drawing rat indicates a time for resourcefulness in sharing with others. Perhaps there is someone you know who could use a helping hand or a phone call or text, right? Rat suggests it might be the time to lend support, to lighten a neighbor's load, or reach out to brighten someone's day with kind words and a listening ear. Well, I think it's always that time, to be honest. And rat wisdom also signals a time for activity, reaching out in the friends for love and support. Sometimes with friends, it is possible to solve a problem or go beyond a threshold that seems impossible alone, or impassable. Rat shows us how to be an ally and also how to accept help from others. That's important too. Settling in motion a wheel of generosity and kindness amongst friends. There you are again, Sagittarius, because honestly, I know so much generosity that comes from the Sagittarians I've known, and I've known so many in my life, and I love you so much for that. And you don't even expect anything back. It's genuine, And yes, this is, of course, a time, especially this year, to just, if you're thinking about somebody, do call them, and text. I know people say text. I said it. I always prefer a call. I love being able to hear the intonations and the real feeling that I get when I speak to somebody versus a text. Once again, being older. And it takes a little more time, I know, but if it would really help somebody, I think. So that message is important for you. And last but not least, your super attractor manifestation message. So that you may feel and think and actually bring into your life the life and the feelings and the energies that you deserve, and what you put out, you will receive back. That's the law. And that's basically what this deck really, really wants people to understand. And there's so many different beautiful spiritual leaders that have made that clear, like Abraham Hicks, and just, it's true. You hear about the law of attraction, you hear about it all the time, you say, but it's not working. And that's because you say that, because I do it, and I'm not on a soapbox here, I can't help sometimes feel sad about what isn't happening, but that's not how you bring things in, not in the least. You bring in and think about things you want, and only that. And then that creates this energy field and this change in the energy that then brings to you the things that you want, right? So yeah, just being very clear on what you're thinking, which then brings those feelings, and the rest is self-explanatory. But yeah, let us see what your special, beautiful guidance, I like to call it affirmation or mantra, for today is. And it is a gorgeous one. I've always loved this. It's kind of just seeing the whole world. And I let the universe catch up with my dreams. Gotta have those dreams. Gotta fully believe in them, right, Sagittarius? And you do. And it's simple, but it means everything. You can take a snapshot of that and just keep that and just remind yourself, throughout the whole day. I let the universe catch up with my dreams, and it absolutely will. And by the way, it's going to be a very, very good year for fire signs and everybody in a lot of ways. It's going to take some time to go through some changes, of course, but the effects of the air is a whole different vibe, okay? So it'll make things, the challenges should be easier to get through, I should say, because there will always be challenges, but you will get through them, and I think it'll be more of a definite trying, they call it, easier easier energy for you, which is really, really wonderful to know and hopefully to hear. So thank you once again for being here, and I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I wish you the best. And come on back. I'm here every day if you want to watch Friends. You know, you never know. I always list what I've done. So these are bonuses, like I say, but I will be back on the 1st for the Aries. And so, yeah, and your spiritually guided, highlighted connection. So until then, have a beautiful New Year's Eve if you celebrate and you're just at home, whatever you're doing. Just love each other and remember how powerful and beautiful love really is. Until next time, thank you so much. Bye for now.